Story 1. XMIL cut my trans daughter's hair and made her wear a suit. I share custody of my transgender daughter with my ex-husband. My daughter is 16 and came out to us as trans about a year ago. We also have a 14-year-old son. I have primary custody, and my ex has visitation every other weekend, as he lives a few hours away. I am bisexual and was kicked out by my parents when I came out. I was raised by a gay couple. My ex-husband was raised by very conservative, very religious people, the pray the gay away type. So when my daughter came out as trans, I was much more accepting than he was. He still hasn't fully accepted it. My daughter is very girly, much more so than I am. We have mother-daughter days where we get our nails done and buy her clothes. She's been growing out her hair, and it was just below her collarbone. My XML is obsessed with two specific photos. The first is of my XFIL and XG file, taken on XFIL's 16th birthday. XFIL is in front, and XG file is behind him with his hands on XFIL's shoulders. Both men are wearing suits. The second photo is from my ex's 16th birthday. It's a recreation of the first photo, but with my ex in front and XFIL behind. Before my daughter was born, when I was pregnant and we were told she was going to be a boy, my XML immediately wanted to recreate the photo when our son turned 16. My daughter turned 16 at the end of September. I had mostly forgotten about the photos, but then I didn't hear anything from my ex or XML. I assumed that since they didn't have a 16-year-old son, they'd drop it until our son turned 16. Last Wednesday, my son got the flu, so I texted my ex to say he wouldn't be visiting that weekend. On Friday, I took my daughter to my ex's place as usual and then left. I told her to text me if she needed anything, but I had to stay home to look after our son, so it might take me a while to get there. I also gave her some money in case she needed to get home quickly. The plan is always that I drop them off Friday night after school and my ex brings them home Sunday night. My daughter came home Saturday afternoon, a full 24 hours early, with a short, uneven, chin-length bob. She told me that she'd woken up Saturday morning and found my XML and ex downstairs. Her ML said they were taking a photo for Christmas cards and handed my daughter a suit. My daughter said suits weren't really her thing, but her ML insisted, and my ex agreed, making my daughter feel like she couldn't argue. So she put on the suit. Then, her ML picked up the kitchen scissors and told her to sit down for a haircut. My daughter refused. My ex suggested she tie her hair back as a compromise. They took the photo. Afterward, my daughter sat down, turned her back on her ML, and her ML cut off her entire ponytail. At that point, my daughter went upstairs, changed, grabbed her phone and money, told both of them to go to hell, and took the first train home. I've done my best to even out the bob. I'm now looking into preventing her from having to go back there. The custody agreement was made over a decade ago, and both kids are now teenagers. I know my ex will fight me if they just stop going, so I'm going to have to go through the legal system to try and renegotiate custody. My lawyer is going to call me in the next couple of days. I'm mainly venting here, to be honest. Comment 1. I don't know where you're located, but that could be assault against your child. I would consult your lawyer about that too, and absolutely file charges against Mill if possible. Your poor daughter. How traumatizing. Maybe she can even look into classes to enable her to feel more confident standing up for herself. Comment 2. There was a whole case where the father cut off his daughter's hair as punishment for getting highlights. Her mom sued for full custody and won because he technically assaulted her. There are tons of cases that clarify that cutting someone's hair by surprise is assault. I wonder if it also qualifies as a hate crime? Please do your best to encourage your daughter. You sound like a lovely parent. I hope the state can help you protect her. Comment 3. Your XMIL assaulted your daughter, and your ex was complicit. If you want anything to come from this to protect your daughter, report them to the police ASAP and have your daughter give a statement. That is so beyond not okay. It made me sick to read that happened to your poor daughter. Thank goodness she has you for support. Comment 4. Have you thought about filing a police report? It most likely wouldn't involve charges, but documenting it with authorities will only help your case. Story 2. MIL brings her own diaper bag. Is it just me, or is this a little weird? Every time we go out to eat or do anything with MIL, she insists on having her own things for my daughter. It's not necessarily a huge deal, but it feels like it crosses a line sometimes, especially considering our rocky relationship. We've had periods of no contact, and now she keeps doing these mommy things, almost like she's trying to one-up me. Honestly, the part that bothers me the most is the way she demands we use her stuff, like her bibs, sippy cups, bowls, diapers, wipes, over what we already use. It's just weird to me. Why? Does she genuinely care that much? Or is she just trying to make me seem unprepared? Maybe I'm overthinking it, but does anyone else's MIL do this? On a positive note, for those who've been following along success with the Disneyland trip, MIL was clearly butthurt, but she reacted decently. She was a little upset at first, but ultimately she accepted it. I'll call that a win. We had an amazing time, no drama at all. But now, it's time for the next challenge, telling her she's not invited to my daughter's birthday playdate. It's just going to be me, some other moms, and the babies. No big party, just a small, intimate gathering. I'm already bracing myself for the fallout. I know it's harsh, but there's a reason why DH doesn't want ML around our friends anymore. She's been banned from pizza night for the last 3 years after completely embarrassing DH by belittling him and arguing in front of our friends. She made them so uncomfortable that they all ended up leaving early. So, yeah, I'm saying no to her being at this gathering because of that history. These are my friends, and I don't want them uncomfortable just because she can't keep her mouth shut. Plus, I really want my mom there, and that's going to be tough since ML has basically attached herself to my mom. Any advice? How do you handle this kind of situation without causing more drama? Comment 1. The diaper bag is one of the most insane things I've read in this group. Props to you for staying calm and not saying anything, although you have every right to. I would have started twitching. You could ask her when her baby is due next time she pulls it out. That could gently kind of put a mirror up to how insane she's being, or it'll embarrass her enough to put it away. Comment 2. Don't tell her about the party, when or where it will be held. Why do you tell her things that you don't want her to crash? If she already knows the info, can you move the date, time, or place? Or you could just tell her why she is not invited. Maybe having to suffer the consequences of her actions will eventually help her to change her toxic behaviors? About the diaper bag, never use anything that she brings. Who cares if she insists? Don't take it and use your own instead. She is not Elo's mother, and it's not her job to bring supplies for Elo when you go out. Comment 3. Don't tell any grandparent about the mommy and me party. As for the diaper bag, think of it as a child mimicking mommy. She wants to carry a diaper bag, okay. Think of it like a child carrying a baby around. If she insists on you using anything, just politely say, no thank you. That is all you have to say, and go about your baby's needs. The thing with people like her is when you give your reasons, they see it as debatable statements. No thank you is something that can't be challenged. Story 3. MIL open mail address to my husband and I. My husband recently updated his address after moving out, but every now and then, mail still gets delivered to his mom's house. The problem? MIL opens every single letter addressed to him. It drives him nuts, but he usually just lets it slide. Me? I can't stand it. It's disrespectful, it crosses boundaries, and it's honestly illegal. Today, she handed me an envelope that was addressed to both my husband and me, except it had clearly already been opened. So now, she's opening my mail too? I couldn't believe it. I tried to play it cool and asked, didn't the sender seal the envelope properly? She responded with, oh, I saw husband's name on it too, so I opened it to see if it was important. I rolled my eyes. I've kept my mouth shut up until now because I didn't want to start drama, but now it's my mail she's tampering with. I'm honestly getting close to telling her that opening someone's mail without permission is a felony. I know I have a husband problem here, too. He's never said anything to her about this behavior. He's spineless when it comes to confronting her because she always plays the victim. How could my own son do this to me? How could you talk to me like that? And so on, and so on. This isn't even the first time she's pulled something toxic. She's been like this for the entire 10 years we've been together, and honestly, I'm getting fed up. Comment 1. Send a fake letter from the U.S. Attorney General's office detailing the undercover sting operation, pretending to give you an update on how close they are to arresting your ML for mail tampering. Make it look official and real close to her being in real trouble and wait for the fireworks when she opens it. Comment 2. So I played dumb. I asked, did the senders of the letter not seal the envelope? She told me, oh, I saw husband's name too, so I opened it to see if it's anything serious. I rolled my eyes. I've always kept my mouth shut cause I didn't want to have problems. You have problems? You know what you say when she opens your mail because your husband is being too feckless and easily manipulated? You say, what are you doing opening my mail? Do not ever do that again. Comment 3. I'm in Norway. I will happily fabricate a job offer with a Norwegian employer to make it look like you are considering moving abroad. If you want to explore how she's going to react. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.